Now am I visible?
Now it's perfect. Okay.
Okay, so
Good
how
morning.
your morning actually? Yeah, good morning, good morning.
My morning was fine. I'm just doing my work.
All
What
right.
about?
Yes, it went well. I made my breakfast and had it, and then I was in rush that I have a session with Sakchi. So I finished work in a hurry and then came back. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
How about you? Had your breakfast?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay,
did
you
have
have
breakfast.
the breakfast.
Mm.
All right, Sakchi, as you have come on my channel for the first time, so please introduce yourself. My viewers will get to know about you. Yes.
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you so much, first of all. And my name is Sakshi Chauhan, and I'm from Gwalior, MP. I have completed my master's in 2019. Now I'm immersed in my PhD studies. And apart from that, I'm running my own offline classes and online also. I've started recently to provide classes for English spoken. And apart from that, yeah, and if I talk about my hobbies, so I like reading books, connecting people, explore some new things, and learn different languages actually. So these all are my hobbies.
That's lovely. You forgot to mention one more thing, Sakshi. I have seen you always upload story related to poetry. Seems to be you're so much interested into it, right? You love
Yes,
poetry, right?
this is one of my hobbies. I like stories. I like to write stories and poetries and perform as well.
Yeah, I had seen your performances also in your story. It was awesome. I loved it. And then once your poem has got printed in newspaper, I think, right? It has
Yeah,
come on newspaper,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it was so lovely. I was just mesmerized. I had gone through it completely. I had read that poem. Yeah, it
Hmm.
was lovely. All right, Sakti, today we will discuss the problems of English learners. Um, how uh, how we have overcome it, and how they can work on them. Okay,
Hmm.
and I would like to know your challenges also. When you were a beginner, what are the challenges you faced it?
Hmm. Okay. So as a beginner, I have faced a lot of challenges that was completely insurmountable for that moment because I was looking for whom I can speak, some sources that how can I learn, who is the person that can teach me. So it was a quite difficult when I started because I was a Hindi medium student, so I started it from the scratch. So it was invincible, but still I did it. Started to watching some videos, some conversational videos, and then I got to know, okay, speaking will come only for speaking. So we have, if we want to speak, then we have to speak. Then I started using one application. First of all, I got to know, okay, these are four modules that we have to work: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And I started working on that. So
Mhm.
reading is something that we can do by ourselves, right? And writing is also that we can do. All writing, listening, all three modules are very easy to work on that. But
Yeah.
specifically if I talk about speaking, it is a quite difficult because you want someone, right? And I have also seen there are so many YouTubers or so many people, they are distinguished people and distinguished channel. So they are giving this advice that you can turn on the phone camera of your phone, you can talk to mirror and these kind of things. But literally it didn't work from it. It works, but when at least you are able to frame your sentence, at least you are able to speak something,
Right.
right? Right, for the
Mhm.
beginners I don't think so. And then I found, fortunately I found one application. So I have mentioned it, I think, a lot of time, and I give credit to that application, at least 50% of my learning. And I started to using that. Then I found one of my friends, So we started to having sessions every single day. 4 to 5 months it was going on. And then I was thinking, my God, I'm not improving. What is happening like this? So what I'm trying to say, 5 to 6 months, it was the graph was completely like, it was not increasing. But after 5 to 6 months, I realized that yes, the graph is working like this, and then suddenly it raised. And then I thought, okay, that means I have improved. I did it something. So, but it was the beginning, and I was just able to frame my sentences. I was just speaking that moment. If I talk about my fluency, my pronunciation, or if any strange topic comes to me, that was a quite difficult to deal with that. So over the time, I worked each and everything. Then I started my fluency, and fluency and vocabulary is something that is a lifelong process. I worked a lot. I need to work a lot, as I feel.
Yeah, it's a never ending process. You have to work on this every single day, and then only you can see the difference in you. All right, Sakshi, as you said that you are from Hindi medium, and initially, um, even I myself had made video on you can record yourself. So it does not work, right, when you are a beginner. So
Mm,
later on you get to know about some application, and through with the help of that application you work on speaking.
mm,
Right. And then you started to frame sentences, but when it comes to fluency it's like never ending process. You keep doing it and you keep improving, right?
mm, mm.
All right. So by through the
Yeah.
application overcome
Mm,
it. Yes, yes, would you
sorry.
like to add?
Yeah, yeah. So sorry to interrupt you, Sophie. That I don't want to rebel this idea that no need to record yourself or mirror technique doesn't work. It works. It works. Even I also used to, when I was able to frame my sentence, when I was able to speak little bit, then I also did it this thing. Even right now also I did. Whenever I get a time, I if I found myself that I am not able to give the precise and concise answer, so that time also I do it. I'm just talking about the beginner who has started their journey, because that moment they don't know how to speak, where to start, right? Because as I have mentioned that I have started to taking sessions where I am dealing with all most of the time with beginners. So even they don't know how to say these simple things. So that time it will not work, right? So at
Exactly.
least they need some guidance initially. Yeah.
So true, so true. And like as you and they face the problem, they would start asking question, how would I think in English? If you give this suggestion that go and
Mm,
record yourself, then they would ask that how would I think in English then? They face this problem, right? So
right.
main
Mm,
problem occurred when you are a beginner, right?
mm,
So okay. Well, Sakshi, as you mentioned all these things that I practice with the help of application. So later on, what
mm,
are the things now you think that I shouldn't have done that? What are the mistakes you have made it when you were a beginner? I would like
mm.
to
Okay.
know. Yeah.
First and foremost thing that I want to mention here, that was about vocabulary. So I wanted to work on that. I wanted to make a good collection, good and fancy collection of vocabulary. So in order to do that, what I started to do, I just took one notebook and started to note down all these heavy words in a single day, 5 words, 10 words, 20 words. Even I can I cannot show you right now, but at least I have completed 3 to 4, the like these kind of register or notebooks just for vocabulary. And
Mhm.
what was the result? Eventually I found myself no word of collection is there. Even when it comes to speaking, I am lacking. I am forgetting word. And when I as the moment I open that notebook, then I got to know, okay, this was a word that I know. So that means what I'm trying to say, this is not the part of our active vocabulary, right? I went to Google, I searched some word, I noted down on my notebook. So that means it's a part of my passive vocabulary. As soon as I open that, I can reuse them. But until I open that, I cannot use that vocabulary, right? So this was the first and foremost
Yes.
biggest mistake that I made it.
Yeah.
And then I got to realize, no, it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
nowadays, what I then after that, what I started to do, I just watching anything, whatever I'm listening to, and I got to know, okay, one or two word, hardly one or two word. I go to Google and search the meaning, definition, everything. I do it, and then I started to using that. And then over a time, I thought, okay, that number seems very less. Only one day, one vocab. How can I make the good collection of vocabulary? But it works. It really works, right?
Yeah.
So this is
we-
one thing.
uh,
Hmm.
First, you go through the context. Like if you are watching story and story, if you find new words, go and search about it. Then you will get an idea, and how are they using it, and then try to use it, try to incorporate in your conversation. That's how it will be active in your mind, otherwise it will be gone. If you have noted down, as you mentioned that I had noted down a lot of vocabulary in my copy, but it is in my copy only, I'm not using in real life, right? In while having conversation. So like people should not do this mistake, right? All
Nice.
right. Well, I would like to also mention here what I was doing when I was a beginner. I was doing the same thing. I full of vocabulary. I made I had written a lot of vocabulary in my copy, and later on, like what did I do? Like I was trying to cover it all the things, and one more mistakes I would say that uh, all the things I was doing it. I was learning grammar, I was learning vocabulary, but the most important thing which I was not doing is speaking. Yeah, and
Speaking.
even we friends used to discuss that okay, from today onwards we will practice, and that too, where on WhatsApp. Like we
Mm.
used to chat for practicing, which was my biggest mistake, I would say. And like by chatting, how will you improve, right? So that was my biggest mistake. So those who wants to speak, don't make such mistake. Don't make a plan that I will practice on WhatsApp. By chatting nothing is going to happen unless you speak, right? And nowadays, like people can approach anyone. Like thousands of people are opening their own YouTube channel. You can approach anyone and start having conversation. Uh, but still, Sakshi, I have seen people get frightened, people have a fear, even
Mhm.
like they don't want to approach anyone, they feel scared. How will I initiate the conversation? So what would you like to say for them?
Okay, so there can be two reasons mainly, right? First of all, they are introvert nature, and second thing is that because they are not confident, whatever they will speak, how will they speak? So this is if when it comes to Hindi, they can connect with anyone, they can talk to anyone. So there are mainly two reasons. First can be their nature introvert, and for next can be their English. So yes, if introvert nature is fine, I'm not saying that, but not only in English or not only in terms of connecting people, but introvert people should have to open up their self. They have to connect, because this is not only about English, for their personal life also this is very important. And if person is not connecting, just thinking that if I speak broken English, or then what will happen, what will that person will respond me, and what will others respond me. So yes, everyone, whenever you start, so you make mistake, right? And it happens with everyone. So I think we should have dared to do this thing, or at least we have to take some stepping stone. Without this we can't change anything. So first of all, at least they should try to connect with anyone. And as you have mentioned, a very good thing that in YouTube nowadays we can find each and every people very easily. You can just simply mail anyone, right? So it is very very convenient as compared to earlier. So simply they can mail, they can connect, but at least for speaking they have to speak, because there are some problem that is very common. First is ambience, environment. No one is there with whom they can talk. No one is there, right, who can guide them. So they have to connect, and like you and I, so this kind of people, we have started from the scratch, and we have learned, we have faced some difficulties. Now we can share it by our own experience. So the
Exactly.
person beginners who are starting, I think they should dare this thing. They should start something for their improvement.
Yeah, can we say that initially you have to be shameless, like you should have a guts to make a mistake, right? Don't be afraid to make mistakes, otherwise how will you initiate it, right? And as you mentioned that we have faced these challenges, so we can tell anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
that
Right.
that's actually. So okay, any questions actually for me?
Okay. I want to know what about your English journey? How is it going on? What are some things are you doing nowadays? Because you are busy in your school and your work and your studies maybe. So how are you getting time for this and how are you managing this?
Yes, well, Sakshi, everybody has a busy schedule, right? But if we want to do something, we have to take out time somehow, right? So I'm also doing the same thing for 2 months. Like, I didn't do it anything, but recently, as I have started uploading videos on YouTube, so in the morning, I am taking out time for myself. I am consuming content in English, so in the morning, I am watching podcast and whatever the things I like watching, I am watching it. Yeah.
Great.
How about you? Like you also run your coaching, you are running YouTube channel, you have a lot of things, you work on your hobbies. How do you manage?
It is very easy to manage because everyone has their fixed own time. My coaching class has their own time. My session has their fixed time. So we have a 24 hours. We can do, I think, more than that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we manage to write it down all the things, so can we say that by writing it we can manage everything?
To-do list is very, very vital. The moment when you start writing and you jotted down all the things that what are you going to do throughout the day, so that get very easy and convenient. Also, it gives us the feeling of satisfaction that okay, that I made it, I added in my list and I did it.
That's lovely. That's everybody doing it, right? Sakchi, are you facing teenagers like do you take classes of ninth and 10th? 9th, 10th.
Hmm. Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
manage it? Like what happened recently, I started taking classes, and as you know that I myself doing graduation, and along with that I have to take classes. So before classes I before taking classes I prepare myself, but still, I feel uncomfortable. I feel that will I be able to do that? And these things, make me feel so conscious and uncomfortable. So how do you manage it? And even when you go to the class,
Mhm.
they will take for granted. They won't take it seriously. They and as I have a short height, so I mean, I can't tell you how much like what are the challenges I face, and I find it disrespecting literally, because they can tell you anything, they can pass the comments, you don't age in this way, and you yourself is a like doing graduation. They have a mindset like this. So how do you face these people? How do you face such students?
I can understand. But to be very honest, nowadays, actually, now I'm not facing. Even in earlier, also, I was not. Yes, if I talk about my confidence, so yes, the moment I entered my classroom, so for a while, I lost my confidence and I felt underconfident. Only when because I had started this in 2018. So I'm into this. So,
Oh, it's been long, Sakshi. You have been doing it for a long, right?
right, right. So now I'm okay. I'm comfortable with with all of these things.
Sakshi, over there, like, what are the subjects do you teach? English?
No, I teach all subject.
All subjects. Okay, that's awesome. Like, see, it means you would be taking classes of maths too? Maths?
Yes, yes.
Oh God,
Maths.
how I managed to take class of maths? I find it like so difficult, and I'm terrible at it. I can't take classes of maths. Okay, that's lovely. So, how many students are there in your coaching?
In my coaching is around 30, 40 student, not that much.
30, 40. It's quite huge. You can't say it's not that much. So, what time do you take class?
Sorry,
What are the noises? Okay, at what time do you
outside
take class?
in
Okay,
evening. Evening. That's why
in
I'm quite busy in evening, right? Morning time is just for me time. I can do. I do exercise, book reading, myself study, and everything. Then after 12, I get busy. So that's why I asked you to join this time.
yeah, that's why you told me to join in the morning, right? That's
Morning,
lovely.
right?
Right now we have a summer vacation, so I don't have to go anywhere in the morning. But yeah, in the evening I only take classes. So in the morning I'm free, so thought of joining. Yeah. All
Mm-hmm.
right, Sakshi, if you don't have any question, we can wind up this session.
Wrap up.
I
Yeah, yeah.
love talking to you. You're so calm and beautiful, girl. Like you're so calm. Literally, I have seen you always try to uh, manage your energy and always try to answer the question in a calm manner. So I loved it.
Thank you for the compliment. You have such an enticing smile and such a lovely behavior. I know. Yeah.
Thank you, Sakshi. Okay, bye bye, Sakshi. Have a good day.
Yeah. Have a good day. Enjoy your day.
You too.